What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about war. All right, as you guys all know, there has been some war tensions going on with Ukraine and Russia over the past few weeks. And I get a lot of questions from people about how should I trade during this period? Should I sell my investments? Those type of questions. So first of all, whenever there is a huge economic theme going on, such as a war, such as big uncertainty like we've seen with the COVID in the beginning, risky assets tend to go down. So that stocks, crypto is taking a hit, and especially the more riskier ones. So especially tech tends to take a hit, the tech sector. So look at NASDAQ, those type of instruments, they tend to go down. Safe assets tend to go up. Look at gold, look at other metals, look at the dollar. These instruments strengthen during those times. And that's usually what happens. Now, at the screen over here, we can see an ETF in the Netherlands. And this is an ETF that tracks the MSCI All Country Index. So basically the entire world economy, the best companies are inside this index. And as you can see, a lot of people, they have been freaking out lately. But if you zoom out and look at the monthly chart, you can see that it's just a tiny dip. This is the COVID dip, and it's way bigger than the one we've seen right now. So if you're investing in the long term, I think you have nothing to worry about. We have had dips in the past, and this tends to recover well. And even this big dip during COVID, it really recovered quickly. In the long term, this tends to go up. So I don't care if it dips right now. It could even dip a bit more towards here because we have the rising interest rates, inflation going up, a lot of stuff going on right now, which tends to put pressure on risky assets such as stocks. So it can even go down more, and then it can go up again. The point is, zoom out during those times. Don't get scared. Retracements happen if you're investing in stocks. It's totally normal. If you're investing, you should have a plan beforehand, like I do. So when these things happen, I don't freak out. I know what to do. I follow the plan, and that's it. And I just invest in this every single month with a portion of my wealth goes in here. If we go to the daily time frame, as you can see, it was kind of expected. We had a distribution range here, and then the war added more pressure to the downside on it. So we just took out a decently key important swing low, and then we close back up. That does kind of look like a bit of a recovery, but like I said, it's just long term, and I do expect more downside. I do expect something like this, and then maybe we go down and then move up. How am I approaching this? I always invest every single month into these type of major indices. But whenever shit is going on, like the shit that's going on right now, and there are big moves to the downside, I tend to put more investments into the stock market. So I do have a cash buffer. It's for when I need a car or anything like that. But when the stock market is going down heavily, I take advantage of lower prices and I decrease my safety buffer and I put more into stocks to kind of get a fill at lower prices, if that makes sense. So that's what I do during this period. And again, if you don't have a plan, you will freak out during this period. But if you have a plan, you know what you're doing for the next 5, 10, 20 years in terms of investing, then you should be fine. And it's just taking advantage of lower prices and scaling in positions. And then when it goes up, you're in profits. And long term, this is going up. This is the entire stock market. So I have nothing to worry about. It's totally fine. Now, that's it with investing. So the tip right here is have a plan and zoom out. Relax, take a deep breath, have a workout, do something else, because this is just normal behavior in stock markets. Now, if we take a look at the chart, we can see over the past weeks, gold has been violently moving up. And that's, like I said in the beginning, when there are war tensions or any other major things going on, gold and other precious metals tend to go up very aggressively, as well as the dollar. It also went up. So big move up. We took out two major key swing highs and then we retraced a bit. But the question I get a lot is, how do you trade during those periods? Because there is so much volatility right now. It's ridiculous. If you look at the ATRs and if you look at the moves that just happen in one day, this is just one day of price action. It's ridiculous. It's a huge move that you normally don't see in one day. So how can you trade it? It all comes down to knowing when your strategy works best and how it works. For example, I trade breakouts. During times of low volatility, my strategy doesn't perform that well. And during times when there is a lot of movement, my strategy performs way better. So for me, these types of moves are great. This is exactly why my strategy works well. And you need to know when it does. For example, I took 3 trades in the USD Canadian over the past weeks. 1 stopped out, 2 hit target. And it was also, again, huge move. This was ranging, but when we got this huge move, that's when I make the money. I wait for breakouts. I enter at breakouts. I wait for the range. And then when we get a breakout, I enter. But when there is not enough volatility, not enough momentum, my trading strategy performs less. But when there is a lot of volatility, like we've seen now, I make money and I'm up around 4% this month already with very low risk, just because this is a great time to trade for me. So my question to you is, do you know exactly how your strategy works? So what it needs? Does it need ranging markets? Does it need low volatility? Does it need high volatility? Does it need momentum? You should know that. And then you should know during which periods does my strategy work well. And then you can decide, all right, should I be trading right now? Should I scale down my risk? Maybe should I take a break? But it comes down to knowing when your edge works. I know the first and second quarter of the year works best for my strategy. I know Tuesdays are the very best for my strategy because there is momentum. Monday is usually a bit slower. Tuesday picks up momentum. If a breakout triggers on those days, it tends to follow through the coming days/weeks. I know these things. You need to know when your edge works best and what conditions suit your trading strategy. That's really how you can increase your performance. I know a lot of professionals speak about this. They always speak about you need to know when your strategy works. And I guess that's the homework for today. So if you're still watching this video, think about it for yourself. What strategy am I trading? What conditions does it need? How can I trade during those conditions in the best possible way? Think about it, take notes, and that's how you can prepare for the next time this happens. And maybe this will go on for a few weeks or months. We don't know, but now you know risky assets tend to go down, safe assets tend to go up. Volatility increases. Does that suit your trading? Yes or no? And make a plan for your investments and trading. That's how you can benefit from these times. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.